Hi guys, today I brought you something which is subtly stylish, quietly powerful and most important, Scandinavian. Meet the car from the future because this is 2026 model year of brand new Volvo XC60 T8. It's stylish, fancy and eco-friendly. So it's the kind of vehicle that says I can drink responsibly but still party like a Techo Viking. The question is it true? Is it boring car or brilliant? We're about to find out. I'm Mike and you're watching AllinCarNations. The 2026 XC60 T8 continues Volvo's signature design language. Tor's hammer LED headlights and resculpture grille that's both modern and minimal, clean lines, bold presence and elegant profile. At rear you'll find Volvo's signature vertical LED taillights and the small T badging to remind you this SUV packs the hybrid powertrain. In terms of the size, the XC60 is 185 inches long, 74 inches wide and stands out 66 inches tall, almost identical to its predecessor but with slightly more aggressive form. Alright guys, so let's check what's under the hood of our Volvo. And in here you'll find a 4-banger, that's the 2-liter engine. Clearly, as you can see, we have electric orange wires, so that means the electric motor is hidden somewhere on board. Interesting thing is the engine cover, it's quite soft. Same material as in the playground for your kids. You can practice some swings with the wooden sword just before the Viking festival. And speaking about the Vikings, guys, I'm 6 foot tall and I can't reach to close the hood. Check this out. So you have to be really tall, like 6.5, like a proper Viking, to reach down to close the hood. Alright guys, so what's changed in 2026? Slightly refreshed Volvo XC60 up front. We got different grille, so different pattern, kind of Scandinavian, minimalistic. We don't have a chrome scene here, only black glossy accents. I really like it. I like the emblem itself. It's an emblem with the built-in camera and it's also a radar for your adaptive cruise control. So you don't have to have like square off shapes on the grille here or there, like in case of the Audi. Some Audis, thanks to that, look like cup cars to me undercover. The whole fasciata, guys, 100% Scandinavian. That's the brand new color for 26 model year as well. It's called Forest Lake. 100% Swedish in the winter or in the autumn. I really like it. And I like those daytime running lights. The Tor's hammer, quite iconic. It looks like Thor hammer aimed on a traffic here in Los Angeles. Very, very Scandinavian, guys. Stylish, minimalistic front. Let's check out the sides, shall we? And from this angle, guys, well-balanced proportions. Basically, the design language of Volvo in case of the XC60 hasn't changed for over a decade or even way more. So this image, I think it's well imprinted into people's mind. But still, I kind of like it. It's very, very minimalistic and calm, I would say. This color, Forest Lake, 2026 model year only. Same situation with these 21-inch wheels. Check them out. They're kind of cool, in my opinion. In this car, we do have air suspension. So right now, car is somewhere in the middle. You can tweak the suspension to go a little bit higher. So the total ground clearance, guys, is going to be something close to 9 inches for the Volvo XC60. That's quite something, right? Let's check out the back. So up back of our XC60, guys, no radical changes to the 2026 model year. One slight is the interior of this iconic taillight. By the way, the taillights, the way that they're wrapping around the tailgate, this is the Volvo signature since like forever. And I think I'm not the only person who likes it, because the Asian car manufacturers are trying to copy this solution to their new EV with the poor effect, in my opinion. In general, the whole design of the back is very Scandinavian, sleek, clean, simple, and good looking from the other hand. So it's the Volvo's back, all right? The tail lights, everything is just imprinted in my mind. That's the back of the Volvo, guys. So now let's take a listen of this T8 plug-in hybrid exhaust, shall we? Alright guys, so let's check out the trunk of our car, and in here you're looking at 22.4 cubic feet of cargo space. Very flat floor. By the way, you can lower down your car because we do have the air suspension in the ultra trim. Underneath the floor you will find charging cables, because that's the plug-in hybrid. Tire repair kit, some air compressor, probably to the air suspension. You can fold down the second row obviously, and you'll get more than 63 cubic feet of cargo space, which is quite impressive. 12-volt power outlet is down there. So now let's see the cabin, guys. Obviously the trunk, it's electrically operated as well. So inside of the cabin of 2026 slightly refreshed Volvo XC60, guys, I have to tell you that this is the one of the best and refined interiors in this segment. It's like boutique hotel met a startup tech, and they had a baby. We have Napa leather all over the place, soft materials, very cool Bowers and Wilkins sound system, and aluminum speaker covers. The speakers are fully exposed. I like this touch, like seriously premium stuff, guys. Nice steering wheel, feels very solid in my hands. Scandinavian from the other hand, very simple. I have digital gauge cluster in front of me. Above it, the head-up display. It's really hard to maintain your identity in this digitalization era, like 55 different screens in the cars, but still, all design of the dashboard, guys, it's purely Volvo. So even without the emblem on the steering wheel, I can tell you that I'm sitting in a Volvo. I have beautiful panoramic roof above my head, central console, and the real crystal from Årespons, Sweden. The legend says if you're gonna touch it, you're gonna start speaking Swedish. So I don't know, let's try. Jag heter Mikael. It's actually working. Hey, Ika. Can you imagine that, guys? Let's check those seats with this little Swedish flag. That's quite something. I really like this touch, guys. Check them out. The front seats are some of the most comfortable in this segment. Very nice white leather upholstery. Underneath the armrest, obviously, you'll find a storage. Piano black inserts, twist knob to start the engine. Cup holders and place for your keys are over here. Crystal gear selector, you can charge your phone over there, and the media set on the top. And this is the new thing, bigger screen, 11.2 inches, Google-based infotainment system. It's incredibly responsive with built-in Google Maps assistant, stuff like that. You can access the Play Store from this level as well. It also supports Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but unfortunately not wirelessly, which is quite unusual. And sometimes it's lagging a little, but it's easy to navigate, and crisp, bright display as you can see. And also we have very good 360 camera on board. You can switch the view over here. Quite nice, I must tell you that. And here in the back, guys, let's start with some basics. So I'm 6 foot tall, I'm sitting behind myself, plenty space for my legs or for my head thanks to this redesigned long wheelbase. And the first thing that you will notice is the shape of the headrest. It reminds me the Volvo headrest since like forever. Same situation with this bulb on the B-pillar with the air vent. It reminds me the older Volvo model, same as this pattern and the stitching on the seats. By the way, those white seats are really nicely bolstered and they are heated, so it's quite cool in the winter time. Speaking about the winter time, I have the armrest in here with the integrated cup holders and the tunnel, which I can open to transport my skis. If you live in four-season climate, that's quite something. I have to tell you guys, you're feeling like in a Volvo in the back. You got beautiful panoramic roof above my head, quite massive, I must say, for this segment, because this car is somewhere in between compact and mid-size SUV. So this is quite massive. Check this out. I'm not a Volvo fan, guys, to be honest, but maybe I'll become one. You never know. So let's take this guy for a spin and see how it drives. Alright guys, so let's answer the basic question. What's under the hood of our Volvo XC60 T8? Besides the fact it's a plug-in hybrid, we have little Swedish Berserker down there. 4 cylinders, 2-liter displacement with a turbocharger. Some say that this engine does have a supercharger as well, but I couldn't find like drive belt driven supercharger or electric one? Maybe it does have. Write me down in the comments below, guys. And electric motor in the back. Valhalla! Alright guys, so the total power output of this powertrain is 455 brake horsepower and 523 pounds-feet of torque, which is close to 700 Newton meters. This is the best result in this class. It's better power delivery and better power output than Porsche Macan GTS, so that's quite surprising, I must tell you that. It's like someone took a very skinny teenager, taught him a karate, gave him a serious testosterone cycle, and convinced him that he can win UFC. And actually, he won the belt, guys. The question is, how long will he last? I have no idea, but I must tell you that I didn't expect that, guys. Instant torque delivery because of this electric motor, which is on the rear axle. We have 8-speed automatic transmission in here on board, guys, and interesting thing about this transmission is the fact that you don't have the shifting pedals behind the steering wheel. So clearly this car is oriented on comfort instead of sport, but you have one other unusual thing. I'm gonna have to touch this crystal from Sweden to change from drive mode to B+ mode, guys. Tor Odensan! And right now we're in the B mode, so you can drive this car like a classic EV. One pedal driving, guys, so you don't have to use the brake at all. Your range is going to be a little bit different because right now the car is braking by itself like classic EV, so you can get over 30 miles using electric motor only. And on a B mode you will be able to charge this very quick. By the way, you can charge this plug-in hybrid system in something close to 5 hours using the regular charger, or you don't have to because it's a plug-in hybrid, so the combustion engine will be able to charge this battery pack for you. Alright guys, so let me disengage this B mode. I prefer to drive on the drive mode, so I'm gonna have to touch the gear selector as well one more time. Dolph Lundgren! Like I said, Swedish, only Swedish vibes, guys, in this car, but I kind of like it. And if you like driving with the electric motor only, like I said before, you can get something approximately around 35 miles according to manufacturer, probably like 25 or maybe more. Write me down in the comments below, guys, what are your experiences with this powertrain. So you can be a big fan of Greta Thunberg's using this electric motor all the time, but I prefer to use this car on a power mode only. So I'm hearing all the time in the back of my head Greta Thunberg screaming, "How dare you! How dare you!" So let me show you, Greta, what this little Berserker under the hood can do for the environment. Woohoo! All right. And you still can get like 25 miles per gallon using power mode only, or a hybrid, which is I think universal, 30 miles per gallon. Quite cool, huh? We have different drive modes in here, guys. You can choose between 5 of them. First one is a hybrid, which is, I think, is quite obvious. Then we have the power mode. So if you would like to squeeze all the juices out of this vehicle and release this little Berserker with the 455 brake horsepower, you're gonna use this power mode / sport mode. You have pure mode if you're a big fan of Greta Stumberg work. You can use the electric motor only. We've got the off-road mode. So in this mode, the car will pump up the suspension. So the ground clearance is going to be 9 inches, and all-wheel drive mode, because electric motor is in the back and the combustion engine is in the front. So in all-wheel drive, those two motors will work as a tandem. It's not going to be like off-roader, okay? But forest trails, very light, not asphalt roads, he can handle that. You can choose not only drive modes, guys, but you can adjust the steering wheel feel, and you can choose between soft and firm. However, in those two modes, feels almost exactly the same, and it's very direct, very quick, I have to tell you that, like in a sports car, but clearly it's not. And additional thing that I like about this car are those seats, guys. Listen, very, very comfortable. Quite skinny in case of the backrest, but it doesn't change the fact that they still got the massage, ventilation, and the heating function. By the way, steering wheel is heated as well, so if you're living in like 4-season climate, that's a perfect combo for you. We have adaptive air suspension in here on board, guys, as a standard in the Ultra trim. And I have to tell you that this suspension, it's really good. The car corners almost flat for an SUV, it's quite something. And the ride quality is extremely well balanced, well composed. Clearly you can tell that this XC60 with this powerful engine, it's not a performance SUV really, okay? Everything is focused here on comfort. It offers you like composed experience. It's more like a chess club, you know, instead of the football team. But this chess club will win the nationals, you know. Priority number one for Volvo since like forever, it's safety. So in this car, you have very, very strong chassis. Probably you can get hit by the train and still you'll be able to drive home safely. But besides that, and 55 different airbags literally all over the place, you have smart systems on board like line keeping assist, blind spot monitors, rear cross traffic alert, emergency braking, guys, and stuff like that. So literally it's like having a co-pilot, Swedish co-pilot sitting on the passenger seat. But honestly, I have to tell you that sometimes in LA's traffic, like heavy traffic, this pilot is a bit blind. It's not that good as in an Audi or a Beamer, guys. And speaking about the competitors, guys, this car competes with the Audi 55 TFSI-e, which is less powerful, obviously, and less electric range. We have BMW X330e xDrive, obviously, definitely more athletic and way better handling car, 100%, but less powerful. And we have Mercedes GLC 300e, luxurious, but not that quick and efficient. Volvo, top G in the segment, guys, 100% in case of the power and the power delivery, torque, stuff like that. Feels more distinct. It's like less I work in finance, it's more like I own a bookstore and a kayak. Starting price for the 2026 XC60, guys, T8 Ultra trim will start around $72,000, and that will give you the high performance hybrid SUV with 455 brake horsepower, air suspension, real leather, guys, not some kind of vegan options. And this shifting gear knob made of real crystal. Let me try again. Valhalla! Hey, 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 Ikea! Swedish 100%, guys. If you would like to go fancier, you can always choose the trim designed by Polestar. That will run around $78,000-$80,000. But honestly, guys, I think this Ultra trim, it's a sweet spot between power, luxury, and it's not totally killing your wallet. So that's a pretty decent compromise, I must tell you that. One more thing, guys, about the sound system here on board. We have Bowers and Wilkins sound system, and I like those exposed speakers, as I shown you before. But this is not only a look, it's the sound quality. If you would like to listen to some peaceful Nordic songs or Swedish house mafia, this system is offering premium vibes, guys. 100%, almost a feast for the audiophile. I've been living with this car for over a week, guys, and I have to tell you that 26 XC60 Ultra and this powertrain T8, this isn't about just the performance and gadgets, all right? It's about that unmistakable sense of the partnership. You know, like those Scandinavian work cultures where trust, respect aren't just the buzzwords on a daily grind. Volvo feels the same way, you know. It's not trying to be your flashy thing and delivers you like the reckless thrill. This is like your business partner, you know. It wants to be reliable. It's thoughtful. And it shows up to work every day, quietly, confidently, got your six. This is purely Scandinavian vehicle. You can rely on it, and it will always look after you. Scandinavian work culture, guys, incarnated into the car. All right, guys, so is it a boring car? Oh no, this 2026 Volvo XC60 Ultra T8, guys, it's a perfect example of Scandinavian culture. It's for the driver who wants performance without drama, luxury without noise, and efficiency without the compromise. It's not trying to impress, guys. This car is really impressive, and it's got enough power and tech to keep up with the best in the business. Alright, guys, so what do you think about this slightly refreshed 2026 Volvo XC60? Would you choose it over German competitors? Write me down in the comments below. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up, and if you would like to see more car reviews, make sure you're gonna subscribe my channel.